finally here, the 55th match of this thrilling tournament happening on this very day of 8th March. And I was not actually expecting India to reach this stage when their semi-final qualification was in question, but they somehow pulled it off. Also, we cannot forget New Zealand, who I was not expecting as India's final opponent. I was expecting some team like South Africa or England. So it is going to be a battle between the Kiwis and the Tigers for the World Cup. Let's see who comes out on top. I have also got my chole bhature and kiwi slices ready to eat with this predicting episode. So let's dive in, shall we?
All right, let's get right into it. This is it, the grand finale of the 2026 T20 World Cup. You've got the heavyweight hosts, India, taking on the tournament's ultimate underdog, New Zealand. And believe me, this isn't just another cricket match, it's a massive clash of stories, all playing out on the biggest stage you can possibly imagine.
And when I say biggest stage, I mean that literally. Just look at this number, 132,000. That's how many fans are going to be packed into the world's largest cricket stadium in Ahmedabad. It's going to be an absolute roaring sea of blue, a giant wave of emotion pushing the home side forward.
So what's really on the line here? Well, for India, it's all about cementing a legacy. I mean, they're chasing 3 historic firsts all at once. But for New Zealand, this is brand new. It's their first ever men's T20 final, a chance to do something nobody ever thought they could and write a whole new chapter in their country's cricket history.
Okay, so first, let's talk about the clear favorites. India. They're not just the hosts, they're the defending champs, and on paper, this team looks, well, pretty much unstoppable.
But, their journey here hasn't been a perfectly smooth ride. They actually stumbled, losing a game in the Super 8s to South Africa right in this very stadium, which definitely showed a few cracks. But since then, man, they have just roared back, smashing everyone on their way to a huge semifinal win over England.
And a huge reason for that comeback is this man right here. The move to have Sanju Samson open the batting has been an absolute game changer. It's paid off in a way I don't think anyone expected, turning him into the tournament's best batter.
And I love this analogy because it's just so perfect. A chess queen that gets stronger with every move. He's not just scoring runs, he's getting more powerful, more confident, and more dangerous at the exact right moment. He is peaking when it matters most.
And here's the proof. 89 runs off just 42 balls. That was his score in that high-pressure semi-final. A totally brutal performance that set India up for a massive total and tied the record for the highest score ever by an Indian in a T20 World Cup knockout game. Just incredible stuff.
Now, if Samson is India's fiery offensive weapon, then their ice-cold tactical nuke is Jasprit Bumrah. He is, without a doubt, the one bowler every captain in the world dreams of having on their team.
You gotta love how Faf du Plessis put it, a heat-seeking missile. That's because Bumrah's accuracy at that speed is just out of this world. It's like he can find the perfect Yorker or the perfect bit of swing whenever he wants.
And if you want to know how he wins matches, just look at this number. In that crazy semifinal, with England chasing a huge target, Bumrah bowled the 18th over and gave up just 6 runs. That single over completely broke England's spirit and basically won India the game right there.
Okay, so let's flip over to the other corner. Let's talk about New Zealand. Our source material calls them the judo master of the tournament, and honestly, that's a brilliant way to put it. They're not trying to outmuscle you. They're masters at using your own strength against you.
And man, their path to this final has been a real nail-biter. They lost a couple of games and only just scraped into the knockouts because of their net run rate. But just when it looked like they were down for the count, they pulled off one of the biggest upsets you'll ever see, completely demolishing that same South African team that beat them earlier. And the architect of that incredible win? Finn Allen. He didn't just have a good game in the semifinal. He literally rewrote the T20 World Cup record books.
This quote right here just nails it. Finn Allen is a wildfire in those first 6 overs. He is pure aggression. If India doesn't find a way to get him out early, he can burn the whole game down before it's even really started.
And here is the evidence. 100 not out off just 33 balls. That is the fastest 100 in the entire history of the men's T20 World Cup. He didn't just break the old record, he shattered it. Get this, out of the 33 balls he faced, 18 of them went for a 4 or a 6. That's just insane.
So, you've got the heavyweight versus the judo master, the power hitters versus the lethal bowlers. So where, exactly, is this final going to be won or lost? Well, let's break down the 3 key places this battle will be fought.
The whole thing is probably going to hinge on these 3 phases. First, that early explosion in the power play. Second, the tactical chess match of the spin duel in the middle. And third, the lockdown with the bowlers at the very end. Whoever comes out on top in 2 of these 3 battles, they're probably lifting the trophy.
Okay, let's dig in. In the power play, it's pretty simple. Can India survive the Finn Allen wildfire? And on the other side, can New Zealand use their off-spinners to target Abhishek Sharma's weakness? Then, in the middle overs, it gets really tactical. It's a fascinating matchup between India's left-handed batters and New Zealand's 2 amazing left-arm spinners. And finally, you've got the death overs. Can New Zealand's lower order possibly survive what our source calls the two-headed dragon of Bumrah and Arshdeep? All right, so when you put all of that together, what's the verdict? How does this all shake out? Let's look at the history between these 2 teams and get to the final prediction.
And this right here is where things get really fascinating. You see, despite India being this absolute powerhouse, when it comes to T20 World Cups, New Zealand has been their kryptonite. They've actually dominated the head-to-head, 3 wins to 1. This is the one little cloud hanging over India.
This analogy just describes that feeling perfectly. India is the genius surgeon. They're brilliant, they're precise. But that 3-1 record, that's the splinter. It's not going to stop them from doing their job, but it's there. It's that little nagging, uncomfortable thought in the back of your mind.
But hey, history is one thing. The data, based on current form, the depth of the teams, and of course that massive home crowd advantage, well, it gives India a really clear edge. Statistically, they are the favorites with about a 62% chance of winning this thing.
So, when all is said and done, the analysis points to an India victory. The most likely scenario is that they'll bat first, put up a big score somewhere around the 200 mark, and then let their elite death bowling duo of Bumrah and Arshdeep close the door and defend their title.
But that just leaves us with one final thought, doesn't it? India is the heavyweight. New Zealand is the judo master, and we've all seen them take down giants before. So, in the incredible pressure of a World Cup final with everything on the line, does the heavyweight always win? Well, we are all about to find out.
Those kiwi slices and chole bhature were good. Also, kudos to whoever made the video. It was very insightful. So basically, New Zealand hopes that Finn Allen fires up early and that their bowlers slow down India's batting line. And India hopes that Abhishek gets back into form and that Bumrah and Arshdeep are in the mood of wickets. However, predictions can't tell you everything and only the match will tell who comes out on top.